I was almost mugged today. What's going on, guys? This is Sona64, and yeah, I was on my way home from work around 10. I catch about 3 buses to get home. They're pretty short. They're like 8, 9, 10-minute bus rides. And so I caught 2 buses, and I was waiting for the last one that goes up and like lets me off about 2 blocks away from my house. And as the bus was, it wasn't pulled up yet, but it was say about 1.5 blocks down. But it was coming up, and I wasn't exactly standing at the bus stop. I guess I was like a couple yards away from the bus stop. I wasn't across the street or anything, but I I walked towards it, and like my hoodie was on, my earphones were in, because yeah, there's really nothing to worry about. Although it's a pretty dark night. It's raining. It's something similar to Gotham City. If you know, you guys watch Batman or you read the comics, you know, it's something similar. It's dark and it's raining. It's not really raining too much, but it's raining enough. And I'm walking to the spot where the bus would like pull up, and the bus doesn't really show up for another 30 seconds. Within this 30 seconds, I suppose. I heard, or maybe not. Yeah, no, I did hear 2 guys. They came around the corner because like where the bus was, it stops at like an intersection. I suppose it's a kind of wonky intersection, but it's an intersection nonetheless. And these guys came around the corner, and I didn't hear them. They didn't really say anything, but I suppose that their intent was to find someone like me, or just anyone really, and take their stuff, or take their money, take their phone, take whatever they have that is worth something. And I just happened to be there. They just happened to walk around the corner, and as I'm walking up to the spot where I would stand for the bus to show up, and it hasn't shown up yet, obviously, but I see it down the street, like it's coming this way. One guy grabbed me from behind, not like the behind, not like my butt. He grabbed my butt. He grabbed my waist and grabbed my arm, and he goes, hey, walk across the street with me. And I'm like, whoa, what? Like, I'm thinking this guy's trying to sell me something, but he had something different in mind, obviously. And then the conversation goes a little something like this. He's all like, hey, come on, just cross the street with me, okay? Just cross the street with me real quick. Like, there was no cars in the street. Like, we could cross easily. There was nobody for a good, I want to say, a good 30 yards or so. There was one guy waiting at the bus stop with me, but he was on his phone, so I guess he didn't really notice it until about 20 seconds in. And he's just like, dude, cross the street with me right now. Like, come on, bro, cross the street. And I'm just like, I'm waiting for the bus. And he's like, I'm like, what do you want? Like, he's like, don't grab me, because I'm trying to push away from him. He's like, don't grab me, don't move. And then he's like, I'm strapped, like, yeah, a lot of people probably don't really know what that means, but I'm strapped. In most cities, and at least in my city, it means that you're packing heat. You have a weapon. You have a gun, maybe a knife. I was worried the guy had a knife, but all I could see was the guy to the right of me, and there just happened to be his friend. Like I said, 2 of them walked around the corner. There was another guy behind him, and I didn't know what he had, but maybe he had the gun, because I looked at the guy who was standing next to me. He was about the same height as me. Give or take, yeah, we'll say he was the same height as me. He was pretty much the same height as me, but he was skinnier, and he had like skinny jeans on, and he had like a t-shirt. I want to say like a t-shirt, probably like a tank top or something. And the thing is, his pants seemed too tight to be holding a gun. Now I'm pretty sure if it was in his back pocket, the guy at the bus stop that was with me probably would have saw it, because his pants looked really tight. So I knew at that moment that if he had a gun, it was either really, really small, because it wasn't in his pockets, because I could see both of his pockets, but I couldn't see the guy behind him, who happened to be his friend, and the guy behind him was significantly shorter. He had to be about, I want to say, 5'4", 5'5". He was definitely shorter. So I could see him, but he didn't let me put my hoodie down to see the guy completely. But I saw him mostly. He's a short guy, and the dude's like I said, after he said like I'm strapped, I was like, well, what do you want? He's like, just give me everything, give me all your money. Yeah, I want to tell him that I don't have any money. Usually when people say they don't have money, that's usually a lie. I guess in this case it was kind of a lie, not really. Like, I just had my debit card on me, but all I had was like $25, and it was paid like, you know, bills, or I guess rent, whatever. But I had that. I mean, I work at a grocery store, so in my book bag I had like my leather jacket, because it was raining, obviously, and I had my uniform shirt. Cause I took that off because it's 80 degrees, but it's thunderstorming. What the hell? Anyway, and I had. Oh, my phone, of course. My phone, which obviously he knew I had because I have my earphones in. So what am I listening to? Most likely my phone, if not an iPod, which honestly he might have thought I had, because, you know, a lot of people listen to iPhones versus any kind of like other device. Like, a lot of people don't use their phone as their main source of music. People have like media players like iPhones and other stuff like that. So anyway, I was like, yeah, I don't really have any money. He's like, give me everything you got. He's like, I don't got anything. He's like, give me your phone. And I'm like, the funny part is, and this is like before his buddy was like, all right, dude, let's just go, because the bus was pulling up. Like, it was literally like less than 5 seconds away, so it was really close. Or I guess like 7 seconds away, and that's when they crossed the street. But the last thing I said to him was like, dude, my phone sucks. Like, I said my phone sucks to the guy who is trying to mug me and probably had a gun. I don't know if he had a gun. I couldn't see his friend. I cannot say that he had a gun, or any of them had a gun. It could have been a fake. It could have been a fluke, and he could have just got everything out of me and didn't have a gun. But I didn't know. So I don't know. I just, for some reason, that's the first thing that came out, because a lot of people ask about my phone, but my phone sucks so much ass. Like, it's really not good. And for some reason, I don't know why. Like, and it's funny now that I think about it. I'm thinking, like, I could have died today. I could have. Or I could have been severely injured and had to go to the hospital. But also, I could have died today. And if it wasn't for the bus rolling up, thank God for SEPTA. I mean, I talk about SEPTA all the time. I talk shit about him, but thank God the SEPTA bus rolled up. And the guy who happened to be at the bus stop with me, who just happened to yell out loud, "Hey, dude, there's police rolling down the street every 5 seconds, so you really don't want to be doing this right now." He had a point. Like, before he showed up about 2 minutes ago, there was a... What was it? There was an ambulance, which they were probably looking for me, because I would have been shot, whatever. And there was before that, about 30 seconds before that, there was a police officer driving up the street. The police officers drive up Germantown Avenue all the time, so that's not new, obviously. In fact, that's probably the last street you want to mug somebody on, you know. But anyway, point is, so yeah, that's. If it wasn't for those two factors, I mean, I probably wouldn't be doing this video, honestly. And there's a good chance that this is probably my last video. I mean, no, it's not. I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna give you guys the worst idea ever. No, I'm not saying this is my last video. This isn't. I want to do more videos, but the funny part is I probably wouldn't be sitting here, you know, if it wasn't for those factors. And who's to say, like, I get off tomorrow and those guys aren't in the same spot? So yeah, obviously I got a plan for that. I'll probably just get off at a different stop or something and work something out from there. Probably, I don't know. It sucks getting off at night, man. But it's funny because it made me stop and it made me think about my life and the people in my life. You know, I would have never. Let's just say the worst thing happened. He had a gun. The bus wasn't rolling up. The guy who just happened to be at the bus stop with me, who, by the way, I don't even think he knew what area he was in. And if it wasn't for what I told him, he probably wouldn't even be at the same stop as me. Because he walked up to me about 5 minutes before those two guys rolled up. And he asked me, "Hey, how far down is this street? So-and-so, how far down is it?" I'm like, "It's about 10 blocks. 10 or 12 blocks." Which is a bit of an exaggeration, because it's actually about 7 blocks away. And let's say I told him it was about 6 or 7 blocks away. He might have actually walked it, and he wouldn't have been there, which I guess wouldn't have made a big difference. It was more of just SEPTA rolling up, because if SEPTA didn't roll up, if the bus didn't roll up, I don't know, dude. Like, I probably wouldn't have my phone. I probably wouldn't have my phone or money, or I wouldn't have either, and I probably would have been shot. Probably. I don't know. But it's the closest to the end of my life that I've ever felt, and for some reason, I just felt like sharing that. I don't know why, but it just felt like something worth talking about, because it just made me think about, like I said, it made me think about people in my life. It made me think about, my ex and my ex's family, and my family, my dad, and Stephanie. I hate dropping names, but it made me think about her and stuff. I get out of this fucking city. Anyway, I think there's enough silence. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.